Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. Today, an in-state battle between a couple of teams from the state of California, both hoping to claim a golden victory. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bulldogs will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Fresno State's offense will get the ball first. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to go for a big one. Snatches it on the right. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Apparently, line number 1 on the game plan, attack, now, immediately.
And this quarterback,
running wide open down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Fresno State.
you know, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Trojans offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for season 2. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
They go to the ground, fighting off the defender. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. And what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here.
That's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Hoover. The throw to the outside is complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got an open man. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's reeled in. It's Wilson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Puts it out of the air. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DB.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Under fire. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Fresno State will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Running behind that left side. And some room to work. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Zings it complete to the right. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to just figure something out.
The Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USC!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Washington State is getting dominated today. And friends, the folks in Pullman deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 14 to Florida. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Wilson. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection. All right, guys, let's chat about Fresno State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Wants to throw again. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Fresno State will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Give to the running back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The offense changing the play. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Makes the grab. It's Jordan. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Grab near the marker. It's Lane. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Lane. Inside the 25. Stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. First down. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Lane. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh, they're after him. It's complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. The uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going through the onside kick.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Well, we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
And it's good from 58 yards out. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Looking for a man. It's Rivers. It's complete. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
The Bulldogs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the toss. Makes one man miss. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Off play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Hoover. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Got a man. It's Jordan. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got his man all by himself. Touchdown Trojans! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Rivers. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Fresno State right back to the line.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They want that clock to run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Wormley. Across the 10. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wyoming looks like an old punching bag out there today, and I did not expect to say that. This fan base, heck, this coaching staff were not expecting these results. They're trailing by 21 to Cincinnati. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Fresno State, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides to back and leaves it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Makes the catch. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. Fresno State will have to punt. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Final play of the game right here. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Sticks it in his belly. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been